Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to play with quite arguably the worst deck in the history of my One Piece career.
What?
But it is the Black Luffy deck, and I just gotta tell you, if I win today, it's going to be an absolute miracle. But I'm just going to let you know right now, there's tons of just filler cards in this deck. It is quite honestly the worst starter deck I've ever played with. So let's see if we can even make a dent in Prodigious's deck here. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I have my good friend Prodigious right below me. Prodigious, if you want to introduce yourself, my good sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Prodigious TCC. I play a lot of One Piece games and some Pokemon stuff, and I open things on my channel. Usually I'm just here to get my butt kicked by DK, it seems like nowadays.
I'm fine.
I am going to be playing Starter Deck Luffy, the Black Starter Deck. And I told Prodigious, I told everyone I played with, I think out of all the starter decks I've played with so far, Navy, Green, to be fair, I haven't played Blue. We've never played Blue, have we? We've never played Crocodile on the channel, have we?
No, I've played a lot of Blue, but you haven't played any.
I've never played Blue. Okay, so let me scratch that. So Red Deck, Kid Deck, you've played Kid Deck. I've witnessed Kid Deck. Kid Deck's pretty solid. Kaido Deck I've played with. Navy Deck I've played with. Shanks' Purple Deck I've played with. Yamato's deck, the new one that just came out. We're gonna make a video on that later on. I've played with. This deck I've played with, and this is by far the worst deck I've played with out of all the starter decks. And yeah, I know. So unless Blue Deck Crocodile is worse, I've never tried it. I probably need to try it at some point. But this is definitely the worst out of all of them. We'll see if we can make a dent today and maybe Prodigious makes some bad plays. Who knows? Which is very possible.
Do you want high or low?
I'll let you decide again.
Huh, okay. I went low last time and we got high, so I'll go high this time. That's a 4. That is just on the cusp of high.
I don't think so, dude.
Oh,
Roll
yeah,
off the camera.
Okay. All right, roll off the camera again.
Look who's on cheating here. That was on camera. That was a 2.
I see how it is. No, I get it. Wow.
That's insane. Okay.
This is how he cheats, huh?
I'm gonna let Prodigious.
Dice.
I'm gonna let him go first because I need to go. I'm gonna go second for this deck.
I will Dawn 1. You're not gonna actually believe this.
Okay.
Rest that Dawn.
Already.
Veggie blocker, baby.
You turd munch.
An absolute saint. Yes, I am. I'll pass the turn on to you.
All right, let me draw 1. Dawn 2. I gotta have more of a poker face in this deck. Like I have such negative thoughts about this deck, but no. Positive, ladies and gentlemen. I will win with this deck today. There's no chance. We're gonna try though. So I have 2 Dawn on the field, and with those 2 Dawn, I'm gonna rest both of them to summon Gaimon. Yes.
Oh.
I know, he's pretty forgettable, but he's still a character who basically wasted his life trying to get a treasure that wasn't there, which is sad if you think about it. But with that being said, I end my turn.
Yep, I believe his story arc is sadder than Nami's. I will rest 3 Dawn to play another Beje and a Irogi.
What does Irogi do?
Just Dawn 1. If you have 3 or more characters, this card gains 2,000 power. So I have 3 characters, so it will be, if I Dawn 1, it'll go up to 6,000.
Got you. Okay.
And then I will just swing 5 at your leader.
And I will block that with Laboon.
Yeah.
2 blockers already. My God. Get a life. Dawn 2, draw 1. And then with that being said, and 4 Dawn on the field, rest 3 Dawn to play Vivi, 3 cost blocker. And then I'm going to give 1 Dawn to Gaimon, and I'm going to swing 5,000 at your leader.
I'll get rid of a veto.
Okay. Now I'm going to swing 5,000 at your leader.
I'll get rid of a veto.
I'm fine.
You thought?
You thought wrong. All right, your turn.
All right, I will draw. I will Dawn. I will attach a Dawn to Yorugi.
6,000.
6,000, and I will swing 6,000 at your leader.
Take that.
Okay,
Wonderful.
I will attach
Useful.
a Dawn to Kid, 6,000, and I will swing 6,000 at your leader.
Wonderful. Useful.
I will rest 3 Dawn, restand Kid, and then I'll swing again for 6,000 at your leader.
Block that one with 2 of these. So I'm gonna use 2 of these vanilla 3-cost Luffys, and they're gone.
Okay, and then I will pass the turn on to you with 5 full life, 2 cards in hand, 2 blockers on field. Just,
Thank
you know,
you.
letting you know.
Thank you. I really wanted
Yeah.
to know that. I'm gonna go ahead and draw one. Wonderful. And Dawn 2. And I am going to rest 4 Dawn to summon probably the worst version of Kobe in the game. That's not bad. 4-cost Kobe. And what his ability does, and this is probably the only useful card in this deck. Well, there's more useful cards in this deck. Rest this character, knock out one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. I'm going to knock out your Yorugi.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then with your Yorugi knocked out, that gives 1 rested Dawn to Luffy, giving him 6,000 power. So there is that. And then I'm going to give a Dawn to Gaimon, swing 6,000 at your leader.
I will take that.
I'm going to swing 6,000 at your leader again with my Luffy.
I will block with a
JJ, all right.
Draw. I will Dawn 2.
Okay.
I will rest a Dawn to play a Beige.
Jesus. He's pulled 3 out of the 4 Beges in the first, 2 turns of the game. 3 turns of the game. Jeez Louise, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, Vista.
I would just play a vanilla Veto. I will swing 5,000 at your leader.
I will block that with Laboon.
All right. I will rest 3, stand, and then I swing again 5,000 at your leader.
Hey, dude, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Get a life.
I have
Get
4.
a life. Don't take that. I don't lose anything. Don't lose anything? Nah. Yeah, I'll lose this Garp. 5-cost, 7,000 power Garp.
And then I will pass the turn on you.
Draw 1. Wonderful. Whatever. And how many Dawn do you have right now? I have 2 remaining. So I want second, right? So I have 8. Yeah. That's right. Rest 1 Dawn, summon Huguma. Give 20 of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn. So I'm gonna give that to your Vista. Your Vista?
Yep.
Vito, and I'm gonna swing
Vito,
Kobe, and he's knocked out.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Which means
useful
that
for
your
Kobe.
Luffy gets a rested Dawn.
Yep, that is true. He does get arrested done. So now Luffy has 6,000.
Yep.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dawn remaining. I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dawn. 5 Dawn to summon a Mr. 2 Boncray.
Oh.
Very, very weird card. Probably the weirdest card in this deck. He's basically a suicide attacker. So
yes.
Yeah, so that's all he can do. He's strong, but he can knock out one of those 8,000, 10,000 cost people. But I have to give him a Dawn. A Dawn to Gaimon, giving him 2 Dawn to Gaimon, giving him 6,000. I'm going to swing at your leader with Gaimon.
I will take that. Oh,
Okay, now okay. Just kidding. He has a trigger, I think.
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Oh, actually, you know what? No, yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Make up your mind, dude.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to swing 6,000.
Actually, you know what?
2 hours later.
I
know this
will get rid
It's
of a
mine.
Beige. Yeah.
And I end my turn.
I will draw. I'm going to rest. I will rest 3. play a killer. I will get rid of your blocker and play KO one of your opponent's. Oh, never mind. Rested. I'll get rid of Gaimon.
Damn it.
I will rest 2 to play a Heat, who's just a vanilla 4K.
Right, just like the Gaimon. Okay.
Yep. Swing 5,000 at your leader.
Take that.
I will rest 3, stand, and reswing at your leader.
Block that.
All right, and then I will pass the turn with 2 cards in hand and 1 active Dawn.
Let me draw 1. Dawn 2. I'm gonna trash this card to summon Uta with 2 cost. And Uta's ability. Activate on main, you may rest this character to give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2 cost during this turn. So I'm going to give, it really doesn't matter in all honesty.
Yep.
Beast, Heat, 0 cost. And
Yep.
then I'm going to swing with Kobe to knock out your Heat.
Yep.
And then I am going to, with my remaining Dawn, 1, 2, 3, 4, summon Shirahoshi, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I knocked out 1. Dude, this game just all about the math. So I give Luffy 6,000 damage now. 8,000 at your leader.
I will take that.
Okay, and I'm gonna swing 8,000 with Mr. 2. And then end my turn.
All right, I will take that. I will rest 1, 2, 3, 4. I will play a Heat and a Scratchman Apo.
Napo has an on-playability or one attack?
No, Dawn 1 when attacking.
Okay.
I will give 2 Dawn to Killer, bringing them up to 5,000, and I will swing at your leader.
Take that. All right.
All right.
Wonderful.
1, 2, 3, 4. I will swing Kid at your leader, 5,000.
I'll block that with Vivi.
All right. I will rest
3 more.
3 more, stand Kid, and swing again at your life, 5,000. 1 active Dawn left. That is correct.
I'll take that. And
All right.
trigger, I get to play Vivi.
No, you know, and I'm not a fan of that, so I don't think that's allowed. Yes, I'll pass the turn on to you with 1 active Dawn, 3 cards in hand.
Okay, gotcha. Refresh, refresh, and refresh. All right. And I will draw. And I'm going to rest Kobe to knock out your blocker.
Okay. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 3 Dawn to Uta. Swing at your leader with 6,000.
I will rest a Dawn. I'll play Scalpel. My leader gains plus 2,000, bring them up to 7,000. And then I can reset a Dawn.
Then I'm going to give 4 to Luffy, swing 9,000 at your leader.
I will take that.
And give 3 to Mr. 2 and swing 9,000 at your leader again.
That'll do it. I only had 8. Only could get him up to 8.
Dang. Dang, 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 dang.
Man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I ended up winning with this deck. For the first time. Yeah.
Come on. All these gosh darn vanilla cards. You're killing me here.
So I'm gonna just give you all a quick little deck profile here. I don't do deck profiles. I don't, ladies and gentlemen. I just open cards, play with cards. This deck has a lot of high cost blockers with triggers, right? So they have on play effects. So obviously Vivi has a high cost blocker, but you can play with the trigger, which is what I did last. Shirahoshi 4 cost, but her ability is on play, give -4 cost. And then Uta, because before restless character, she's basically like a worse version of Tashigi, in the Navy deck, so you might as well just get Tashiki, but she's lower and cheaper. Kobe, every turn you can rest his character and knock out up to a character, but the problem is once you do that, he only has 1,000 damage, so he's the easiest target. Like, he would just get knocked out non-stop, right? Which is why I had to add these expensive blockers first to protect him every turn. And then there's just so many vanilla cards in here and the deck itself that it's just you I don't know, dude. Like, there's just so many vanilla, but I don't know. There's one seriously good card in here, which is the Shanks card. And this card is basically useful for like one good situation if you're playing against low cost red characters or red players, where if you play the card, trash the card, you knock out all characters with 1 cost or less. But when will you really get to play that character? In total, I think this deck is not the greatest. It is definitely still the worst deck I've played with when it comes to starter decks. And unlucky for Prodigious, he just kept drawing vanilla cards like constantly, right? So it is a luck of the draw, but in terms of decks themselves, like, look at all the vanilla cards he just
17 vanilla cards in this deck, and I had to draw 90% of them.
So it's a luck of the draw, but I will say, ladies and gentlemen, this deck it's just not it. I think it could be good if you add some like Navy cards to, like that Garp card with knocking out characters left, right, and center, powers up Luffy, and of course, like I said, if the Kobe card wasn't so weak, like 1,000 power, I'd feel much better about it. Like, give him 3,000 power maybe or something, I don't know, so you can protect the guy a little bit easier. But I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if y'all played with this deck before. I don't think too highly of it because I've played tested a lot and it's not been that great, but stuff like today could happen where your opponent literally just draws Dookie left, right, and center. In all honesty, every card he was playing, I'm like, dang, he is not getting lucky. Like, at all. That was a really unlucky hand. So someone was smiling upon me today to like say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna give Prodigious the worst cards and give you the best cards. Well, what are your thoughts on the deck, man, from playing against it a little bit?
It very much seemed like one of those decks where like all of my vanilla cards that were coming out weren't enough. Like, you had the ability to get rid of them and all that kind of stuff, but once I would get, like, if I was able to get like a Jewelry Bonnie or the Basil or my X Drake or anything like that, if I was able to get any of those higher power cards, bigger cost cards with an ability,
yeah,
I don't think it has the legs underneath it to stand. Like, yeah, once you start like any of these older starter decks, it very much seems like once you start hitting the sauce with the old starter decks, that thing's blown out of the water.
Yeah. I think that if he was able to at least get like one Jewelry Bonnie and start searching his cards in his decks, I would have been a goner. But I think you pulled one Jewelry Bonnie the whole game, right?
Nope, none.
Not a single. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and have a great rest of y'all's day.
It's what you do. You give me yellow highs and orange skies. Red, I'm seeing red. I'm riding by the waves from yesterday.